really? That's cool.
Yeah. I got you.
The same.
You're in the rear.
Like an olive in your Bloody Mary?
Oh, I'll have one olive, yeah.
Yacht Club is Carling Yacht Club, and it's represented by Rear Commodore Cindy Hansen and Captain Dave, and is escorted by 2004 past Commodore Bob Weber. The next yacht club is Fox Island Yacht Club with Commodore David Wemmer and First Mate Holly Burks. And they're escorted by 1996 past Commodore George Hyatt. Will be for International Order of Blue Gavel. It's represented by First Vice President Jim Martinson. The next club is Puget Sound Yacht Club, Commodore Gary Moore and First Mate Sharon, and they'll be escorted in by 2000. Our next club is Tacoma Outboard Association with Commodore Joanne Mills and Captain Ron. The next club is Totem Yacht Club with Commodore Joe Simpson and First Mate Providenza. It's escorted by 1987 past Commodore. The next club is Viking Yacht Club with Commodore Robert Bushnell and First Mate Carla, escorted by 2010 past Commodore Tom John. Next will be our Des Moines Yacht Club Fleet Captain Joe McCaslin and First. The next is our Des Moines Yacht Club Rear Commodore Brian Wood and First Mate Debbie Minetti, and they're escorted by 2030. The next escort will be Des Moines Yacht Club Vice Commodore Neil Kelly and First Mate Patty Dahl, escorted by 1987 past Commodore Bill. And next, it's a pleasure to honor our Commodore Don Massaro and his First Mate Nadine, and they're escorted by 2006 past.
I can't be more honored, particularly from the visiting yacht clubs, the visiting Commodores, and their members that come to honor myself and the Des Moines Yacht Club. I had a plan, but when I saw the submarine, I kind of lost my plan. So I have to make it quick because the kitchen is wanting to serve. I guess I'll start by, I'd like to have the Board of Trustees stand. I won't introduce you all, but please stand up. I want the visitors to see who really runs this club. And well, there's a lot of people standing anyway. There they are. And those are the shakers and movers. There's 15 of them, and I'm the 15th, I guess. There's 14 of them then. But thank you for attending as well. I guess the next thing is Mi Familia Mazoreo. Here it is. Did I miss something?
I just want to see if he gets this right. Because there are a lot of people here.
Yeah, all right. And, well, let's start off with the oldest. We have Terry and his wife, Lori. Where she stand up if you could. And Terry's got the camera going here. All right. And their son, Brian, which is my grandson, of course. Stand up. All right. Number 2 is Gina and her husband, Donnie. And they have, I don't know who's here, we have, well, yeah, the second son, we have DeMarco. And then we have a daughter-in-law, the first son, and Sonia. And then we have a great-grandson over here, Giovanni. All right, who's next here? We have Scott and his wife, Catherine. And their children, my grandkids. And we have Nathan, we have Cameron, and we have our baby. And believe it or not, they're triplets. We have Catherine's parents and our good friends, Danny and Christella here. After a moment. Well, he's a rear Commodore. Our good friend George Failers is best friend to me, but George, everybody knows he and I kind of live together. The next thing on my short agenda here is this deal about Commodores buying automobiles for their first make. I gotta tell you, I thought the chain was broken, but last week I told him, what does he do? He gives his wife a car. So that's not gonna happen. We were trying to figure out what the deal was. It's tradition that the Commodore gives the wife something. So she was out of the estate sale, and she effectively took care of that for me. And so she's wearing it tonight, and that was that day. But for those who know my wife of 43 years, that's not going to make it. So I was struggling to figure out what could I do that would be significant for us at this event. And I came up with something that might be different, might be weird, but it's a 65-year-old memory of mine. It's one that's a family memory. It's one that my family has never heard of, one that she's never heard of. That's unusual. She knows everything. And, but in short, in 04 or 05, that's 1904 or 1905, my grandfather was a miner at the Franklin mine, just behind Black Diamond, between Black Diamond and Main Club. And in 1905, there was a mine explosion, and he was 1,000 foot underground, and the tunnels were at a 30-degree slope for your engineers in the room, and it took them a day to get the bodies up. A Doc Mason, who later formed Virginia Mason Hospital, was the doctor at the Black Diamond Infirmary, which was the closest infirmary. So when they got the bodies down there 2 days later, he was, of course, he was also the coroner, by the way. They started preparing the bodies. Well, my grandpa Mauricio, his right hand had been, just by blowing off all his fingers and all that stuff. But in his left hand, he had a chunk of coal. And Mason, who wound up being a family friend, as he told the story, tried to pry his fingers off this chunk of coal. And lo and behold, miraculously, he realized that Mauricio was still alive. So Mauricio saved that chunk of coal. He passed it on to my mother, and it got passed on to me just by mistake, and I could not find that chunk of coal. So I looked and looked and looked. She's never seen it, and I found it. So tonight, she gets a chunk of coal. Now, for those of you, particularly my family, who really know my wife for 43 years, that chunk of coal is not going to pass. Even though it's very dear to me, but there was, you know, my Mauricio was quite a wise old fella, and not educated, primarily, of course, and but his wisdom was great. And I'm going to challenge my wife with a kind of a riddle. To see if she can figure this out. What happens to a chunk of coal when you compress it for years and years and years? Oh, diamond. And besides that, diamonds are forever, right? Year's Commodore automobiles are not forever. So keep that in mind. By the way, by the time I got these diamonds and she bought her estate thing, I might as well buy a car.
Thank you, Mom. And chocolate diamonds, it's chocolate diamonds too, which I love. And I'd just like to thank everybody who put this on. It's great. And to the Coxes, which I think I saw, the ice sculpture, Don lost it. It is very special to him. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Enjoy it. You have a
Can I get you into the all the way into the bathroom?